crash and burn.
Hey everyone, so tonight I wanted to discuss Duran Duran's absolutely epic album, and that of course is one of the biggest albums ever, and that is Rio. Talking about this record at this point, it seems kind of redundant, but I've loved this record since I was a little kid, and I've listened to it endlessly, and the reason that I mostly wanted to discuss it was because no matter how much I listen to it, I just can't get sick of it. It's funny, you know, because I'd just done a video prior to this about the Prodigy's The Fat of the Land, and I was saying how that record sounds kind of dated, and it does to me. But with this record, even though I guess you could argue it sounds dated too, I just don't feel that way about a lot of 80s new wave. Maybe it's because it's gotten so old that it can't sound any older than it does, or maybe it's just some 80s new wave and new romantic stuff aged incredibly well. That could have a lot to do with it too, because these songs on here, they feel more timeless. They feel like they'll probably be played at weddings for decades to come. I mean, every song that you can think of when it comes to the Prodigy, when it comes to Duran Duran, is almost on here, save for a couple, of course, that were on Seven and the Ragged Tiger. You've got Lonely in Your Nightmare, Hungry Like the Wolf. You've got Some Car Looking at Me right now. That's not a track on the record. That's some dickhead in a car looking at me. Yeah, all right. And they're going to use the electrical charging station for their Tesla. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, Lonely in Your Nightmare, Last Chance on the Stairway, Save a Prayer, The Chauffeur, and what's that other song nobody remembers on here? Oh yeah, Rio. That's right. Goldfinger's cover of the song Rio is just about the best thing, as far as covers are concerned, that I have ever heard in my entire life. When Goldfinger chooses to cover a song, Jesus Christ, do they do it right. But anyways, yeah, I mean, Hold Back the Rain is on this record. I love the artwork. I love the era from which this record came. Yeah, they really are using the electric. Holy fuck, they're going to charge their car at fucking almost 11 p.m. on a Tuesday night. What the fuck are they doing here? You know, I come to these places to be alone so that nobody, and now they're, of course, staring at me because I've got a fucking blue light on my face. But I come to these places to be alone, and here they are charging their fucking car. Like, I'm the only... my car is the only car in the parking lot right now, and now they're here charging their car. It's weird, you know, I really come to these places to try and be alone so I can do these. But anyways, yeah, this record, I don't know, this record is sort of like the quintessential 1980s era album. There have been a few released from a number of bands that you could argue would sort of take that crown, but for me, Duran Duran was the 80s. I know at the same time you could argue that, you know, as of the mid-80s, they'd sort of fallen off somewhat. Definitely by the late 80s with records like Big Thing, they'd sort of lost that sort of, like, hunger they had that was very, very prevalent in the releases from the early to mid-80s. But this record is absolutely perfect sounding. I can't get sick of it, and I think that anybody watching this that knows Duran Duran and loves a 1980s era Duran Duran most likely agrees. This is sort of their biggest record. I mean, Seven and the Ragged Tiger was huge too, and even Girls on Film, of course. You know, they did have a few, but I just felt like Rio was the record that cemented them as the band of the 80s. It's right up there with like Michael Jackson's Thriller, and the songs, I just can't get sick of them. I love this record. I love this record so completely, and it doesn't matter how many times I listen to it, how many decades are going to pass, I am going to love this record until the day I die. And that's why I wanted to talk about it. So I did. I'm not sure what else can be really said about this record. In a lot of ways, discussing this record was kind of a mistake because this is one of those records that's kind of been talked to death. It's like doing Nirvana's Nevermind or some shit. But I wanted to because I love Duran Duran. I love this record, and I absolutely love the cover art. The cover art, it's right up there with... What are they doing now? Okay, I gotta stop doing these outside. I keep getting just... What the fuck is that noise? There's no way somebody's over there. I'm standing at a fucking doll... Okay, that was somebody. That was somebody in the forest. They're officially stalking me, and I'm gonna die. So I'm going to go, so I can go and get... What the fuck is that? Yeah, so I got to go. Have a good night, guys. Don't forget to do something nice for somebody. Bye. Possibly forever. I just wanted to say thank you for making it through the entire video. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to remind everyone one more time, even though I've probably already done this in the video that you just watched, to please click the like button as well as the subscribe button because it helps this channel grow. And thank you for hitting like and subscribe, and we will see you guys really soon.